Simplifying fractions. Now, before now, we have looked at finding the highest common factor between two numbers. So this is just a quick reminder of how we do that. So to find the highest common factor, first of all, we have to write out all the factors of 10 and 25. So 1 times 10, 2 times 5, and there are no other factors, so that written out in order would be 1, 2, 5, and 10. We'll do exactly the same for 25. 1 times 25, and 5 times 5. And written out in order would be 1, 5, and 25. Now, looking at these two lists, what is the highest number that appears in both? And we can easily see it is 5. So your highest common factor, HCF for short, is 5. Now we're going to use that to help us simplify fractions. The first example we're going to look at is 12 30ths, 12 over 30. So if you like to, you can write out all your factors of 12. So that'd be 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. Written out in order would just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Do exactly the same for 30. 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, 5 times 6, and that's us. So written out in order, we 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. So to find the highest common factor between 12 and 30, we need to see what is the highest number that appears in both of those lists. And you can see it is 6. So that's the number we're going to use to divide our numerator and denominator by. So 12 divided by 6 gives us 2. And just tidy that up a wee bit, sorry. And 30 divided by 6 gives us 5. So 12 over 30 simplified is equal to 2/5. Our next example here, we have 60 over 132. Now, I wouldn't expect you to write out all the factors of 60 and all the factors of 132. So we have to look at something else to make it a wee bit easier for ourselves. So 60 and 132 are both even numbers, so straight away we can divide your numerator and denominator by 2, which simplifies it, but it doesn't gives us the fraction in its simplest form. So 60 divided by 2 is 30 over 132 divided by 2 is 66. And hopefully when you look at those two numbers, you will notice that they're both multiples of 6, so which means we can divide them by 6. 30 divided by 6 is 5 over 66 divided by 6 is 11. So 60 over 132 is simplified to 5/11. Next example, 75 over 105. And straight away, we look at the two numbers and we can see that they're both multiples of 5. So the first thing we could do is divide your numerator and denominator by 5. 75 divided by 5 is 15. And 105 divided by 5 is 21. Then you could write out your factors of 15 and 21. If you want to do that at the side, that's totally fine. But hopefully you'll recognise 15 and 21 from both being in the 3 times table, which means we can divide both these numbers by 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5, over 21 divided by 3 is 7. And we can't simplify it any further, so that means 75 over 105 is equal to 5/7. And our last example we're going to do together, 126 over 234. And again, they're both even numbers, so straight away you can divide by 2. So 126 divided by 2 is 63. Over 234 divided by 2 gives you 117. And again, you could write out all the factors. 63, I know that's in my 9 times table. So let's see if 117 is in your 9 times table as well. Let's just try that at the side. So 117 divided by 9. In this situation, we can't divide 1 by 9. Carry the 1. So 11 divided by 9 is 1. Remainder 2. 27 divided by 9 is 3. Perfect. So 9 is a factor of 117, which means we can then divide our numerator and denominator by 9. So 63 divided by 9 is 7, over 117 divided by 9 is 13. So there we are, 126 over 234 is simplified down to 7 over 13. So over to you now. So I'm going to show you 3 questions. I want you to simplify the following fractions into their simplest form. If you hit pause just now, give them a shot, and then once you're ready to go through the answers, hit play. Welcome back. So your first question was 14 over 21. Hopefully if you wrote out your factors, you would see they both have factors of 7. Their highest common factor is 7. So you divide top and bottom by 7. 14 divided by 7 is 2, over 21 divided by 7 is 3. So you should have got 14 over 21 is equal to 2/3. The next question you had was 24 over 32. Now, if you looked at that and thought, okay, they're both even numbers, you can divide by 2. It's totally fine. Let's just do it that way just now. 24 divided by 2 is 12. Over 32 divided by 2 is 16. But then you're still left with 2 even numbers, which means they can definitely be simplified again. So what's the highest common factor of 12 and 16? And it is 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. So in its simplest form, 24 over 32 is 3/4. Now you could have just divided your 24 and 32 by 8, which would have taken you straight to your final answer of 3/4. And the last question you had was 70 over 126. Again, they're both even numbers, so we can divide by 2. 70 divided by 2 is 35. Over 126 divided by 2 is 63. Both those numbers are in their 7 times table, which means we can definitely divide numerator and denominator by 7. 35 divided by 7 is 5. Over 63 divided by 7 is 9. So your final answer you should have got is 5/9. Thank you.